Thanks to corporate greed and political corruption, Gen X may be the last generation to reasonably expect to own a home. Sad, sad reality. This is what the globalists, the elites, and Biden and their ilk. This is what they want. Remember when Klaus Schwab said we will own nothing and be happy? Remember when they said that? This is so we can expect Gen Z being the last generation. They want us to own absolutely nothing. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Liberty Daily by way of Natural News, Ethan Huff. He reports that if you are an American with no real assets or even an above standard fair white collar job, your chances of ever being able to afford a home are slim to none. Since January 2020, when the Wuhan coronavirus pandemic was first launched, the average monthly mortgage payment has nearly doubled, increasing by 96% in just 4 years. Back then, a typical buyer paid just under $1,100 a month for a mortgage with 10% down. Today, the average has ballooned to $2,200 a month, uh, which is well above the 30% of median income that was once thought to constitute an affordable housing cost in America. The average 30-year fixed rate mortgage is around 7%, and despite promises that rates will soon go down, it does not appear that this will realistically happen anytime soon unless the country wants to see massive hyperinflation. Uh, what are today's young people supposed to do? Not much other than slave away in vain while those with all the assets continue adding to their stockpiles. Welcome to third world America, compliments of Wall Street and the private central banking cartel known as the Federal Reserve. And I've been warning people about this. This is how I know we are in a deep, deep recession, if not a depression right now. Look at how high inflation is. Rates are going to continue to be high because if the rates aren't high, if they slash the rates, again, we will be in hyperinflation. And you think things are expensive now. Well, America is done. Whenever the system finds itself in a financial bind, the powers that be typically flood the markets with more cash. This creates an inflationary trend that benefits Wall Street but not Main Street, the latter being the bread and butter of what makes up a true economy. The economy of America today is fake in that it is mostly just paper money circulating around that creates an illusion of value and wealth. And that's why the government is, the Federal Reserve is continuing to print, continue to print. They want the illusion of wealth. And when you pull back the curtain, you find that many Americans are up to their eyeballs in debt, and even corporate America is seeing major delinquencies at an ever increasing rate. Try as they might to keep the stock market propped up and always climbing in today's climate, primarily with just one big stock, Nvidia. Um, the truth is that the emperor has no clothes. The American empire is dying, which is why the war drums are beating louder and louder all around the world. Um, they trying to that's exactly why they need these wars to fund everything, to try to prop up the economy, to make the economy appear that is doing well when in actuality the economy is terrible. To even be able to afford just a modestly priced average size home in America today, one must make at least $106,000 per year. Back in 2020, that figure was just $59,000 per year. And how about fast food? The overrated burger chain Five Guys, which I like Five Guys, but it is overrated though, now charges more than $20 for a meager burger, fries, and a drink. This despite continued claims from Washington that things are looking on the up and up. Don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe your wallet. Don't believe your pocket. Don't believe your purse. Things are actually going great. That's what they're selling us. February 2024 marked the worst February for layoffs since Charger, Gray, and Christmas first started keeping records. This is a sign that the labor market is deteriorating as well amid rising inflation and interest rates. Challenger, Gray, and Christmas found that companies plan a whopping 84,638 job cuts in February, a 3% increase from the month prior and a 9% increase from the same time last year. Quote, it marked the highest layoff total for the month of February in data going back to 2009, one report explains. It turns out that even college degreed young people with strong drive and motivation are unable to find any kind of viable position to start a life. And I see this all the time in my own practice. People with degrees and stuff not is feeling lost and don't know where to go and don't know what to do with their degrees. I'm seeing it myself. This as rent prices soar, leaving them jobless, homeless, and ultimately hopeless. And that's why they end up talking to me in therapy and stuff like that. Well, what does the next generation of Americans have to look forward to? Not much. Poverty, joblessness, homelessness, and apparently bug eating are the only thing on the menu for them. So much for being the land of opportunity. Sad, sad. And in this article, they come to a lot of the same conclusions I've been coming to, and what I've been seeing, at least anecdotally. But let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time.